Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to City Edition with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very, very welcome. So this is London, the most accurate London on the workshop by DrewPeacock. Now, if you joined me last week, you'll know I had an absolute hell of a time with this one. I allot myself about 12 hours for the full series of 4 shows, which averages out at 2 hours a show, but it doesn't quite work that way. You've got to put all your work in before you even start recording. The thing was, the amount of work that this took to get started was extreme. I had so many problems with this particular city that in the end, I've got to be honest with you, I didn't have time to do all the research that I really wanted to do to actually do a decent presentation. So last week's show kind of worked, sort of, I think. I just about got away with it. Looking at the footage from parts 2, 3 and 4, and I've got to be honest with you, for me there are problems. Part 4, the worst. Part 4 is the worst. For some reason, I now use OBS recording, which is what all the YouTubers use for recording, pretty much, if they're big time, know what they're doing. And for a good 60% of Part 4, you can hear me yabbering on, but the screen is frozen. And I'm not reloading the city to re-record half of Part 4. Almost as bad as that, though, is Part 2 and Part 3. Now, Part 2 and Part 3 were okay, just about. But when I got to the end of each one and figured, what did I actually, as an independent viewer, get from that? The answer was not very much. You got really to look at some of the landmarks, and it really wasn't. I think it really wasn't worth watching. So, because of that, I'm not going to upload them. Yes, I've lost best part of a full day actually loading this city up and getting it to work, and then, you know, doing this full presentation. I lost 12 hours of my life putting this mini-series together. But honestly, to share it anymore with you, you wouldn't really thank me for it, so I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. So the worst part with it, though, is despite losing 12 hours to put in the series, in fact probably just a bit over 12 hours putting the series together, it kind of broke my game. Admittedly, it didn't break the game. It was when I took all the assets down and then a load of them I needed, and there were mods as well in the collection that I didn't realise, and then trying to replace those mods as well, as it has caused me all sorts of hell since. And I probably lost another, I mean, I'm not exaggerating, probably lost another 12 hours over the last week trying to put things back together. So it's been troublesome, and for the amount of time lost, you'd say, well, just show them anyway. Yeah, I could, but honestly, that's what's happened to me. But you would just be losing time as well. It's a train wreck. It's a train wreck, okay? So hopefully, the original plan was with City Edition to do one different city a month, and that was the plan. Unfortunately, it might not work that way. But what I'm still looking to do roughly that kind of scale. But I'm not going to panic about it if I can't get them out on a monthly basis. I am at the back of my mind now looking for next month's map, next month's city. A few people have suggested their own or cities that I should do. Trust me, I have got these on a list. I've got in mind what sort of city I want to do next month, having done a fully detailed city in Strict Toasters and a recreation city as in this, even though we haven't done it properly. So I know roughly what I'm looking for next month. So hopefully I'll be able to get that up, and the sort of city that I'm looking for shouldn't cause any problems. It should actually be quite a good show. So do join me next month for City Edition. I'm sorry that if you've tuned in today for a full version of City Edition, you've been a bit disappointed, even with the laggy graphics that we've got here. Yes, they're revamped. I got to the point that I was so disillusioned that I deleted everything. So I'm reusing last week's footage straight from YouTube. Look at me. So yeah, that's why you're seeing what you've seen before. The thing was, I did have some really good cinematics at the end of episode 4, and which was great, except for unfortunately those really good cinematics was part of the freeze frame problem, so I haven't even got those to show you. So anyway, that's it. That's City Edition for this month. I'm so sorry it didn't work out. I'm as sorry for me as I am for you, to be honest with you, because it's put me through a lot of stress. Believe me, you have no idea how much stress it's put me through. So anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing. There will be a Duvo. Duvo is back on Friday, where I'm doing my first city build for a good couple of years. I'd love it if you could join me for that one. No idea if it's going to work. It will work. It will work. I'm starting on the residential this week, so you actually see some houses going up and some population moving in. How exciting will that be? I have no clue. Anyway, that's me, Dan. Thank you very much. I've been BonBonB, and you've been very, very well.